Guys, welcome to my first official video. I don't know, look at this. That's me. That is me. Today's video we're doing a Q&A. Okay, the goal is to get this on YouTube. I don't know if the whole thing will fit on TikTok or not. By the way, my shirt says you are your only limit. I'm going to be going through some questions that I've been getting on my TikTok to sum up my gastric bypass that I had almost 4 weeks ago now on March 8th. Yeah, if you don't know the whole story, I'm not going to go into a whole bunch of detail. Again, that is my username for TikTok. Go follow me. You will get caught up really quickly. I had bypass on the 8th. I went to have bypass on the 8th. They ended up going laparoscopically in through my belly button. They hit a vein. They nicked part of an artery. I damn near bled out. I'm out of breath. Sorry. Got too excited. 4 units of blood within an hour. I was lifelined to a different hospital. I had 40 staples in my abdomen that I just got removed a week ago. And yeah, I obviously did not have bypass. So I think I have about 9 or 10 questions. So let's get started. Do you still plan to have gastric bypass? I do not. So I recently just started Weight Watchers, and we're going to see how that goes. I think I'm going to track 6 of 7 days of a week. Saturdays, I think I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm obviously still going to be mindful of the foods that I'm eating, but I'm not going to be, going, crazy or anything like that. And see how that works out for me. After I was healed, they said I'd have to wait 6 to 12 months, preferably 8 to 12, if I were wanting to have it again. And if I can do it on my own, then why would I want that? So, next question. Name and shame. Who was the doctor? Not answering that question. A lot of people have asked where I've had it done. I will say Indiana, but that's the most you're getting out of me. Did they try to do it laparoscopically? 5 small incisions. Yes, that was what it was supposed to be. And again, they started at my belly button, and right after they started is where my bleeding started. So, why did they transfer you to a different hospital? So the hospital I had it done at did not have a cardiovascular surgeon, and when they thought they had hit my iliac arteries, what they were telling my parents, which is the artery that connects basically all your limbs and blood flow, they were like, we don't know where the bleeding is coming from exactly, but we're pretty sure it's the iliac. So we didn't have a cardiovascular surgeon. So they helicoptered me to a different hospital about 40 minutes from my hometown. Yeah, it took them 4 minutes to get me to a different hospital. Kind of crazy. Why did they transfer you to a different hospital? Is the surgeon new? Was the surgeon new? No. 20 years of experience. He had just recently transferred to this area, but he was from, a different area that's like 25, 30 minutes from me. So, no. He says that this was 1 in a million, that he has no idea how this happened, why it happened, anything like that. So, I guess I'm that special. Can I ask why they were unable to complete the surgery? Because they had nicked the vein, they didn't know where it was coming from. Now, if it obviously would have happened at the end of my procedure, I would have still had the bypass, then that would have happened, and then I would have been stapled on top of my 5 incisions. But so they ended up having to cut me. It's like this far of an incision. It's pretty gnarly looking. Still healing, stuff like that. What has your surgeon said about this mistake? It was 7 days later that he called me. 7 days later, he waited to call me. He again said, I can explain it over the phone, but I'd prefer you come into office. And I just rejected. I was like, I have no interest in, well, realistically, I told him yes, but then I just didn't show up because I have nothing to say. You know what I mean? So, hang on. How are you healing? Physically, I'm great. Well, I have some pain. I just started to walk a mile a day every day in April, and I'm pretty sore. Other than that, I am okay. Mentally, it sucks. It sucks a lot, but I could go into in a whole nother more detail in another video about that. But last question, can I ask if it was US or Mexico? It was US. Like I said, I live in Indiana, and it was, I mean, 2.5 from my house. That's why I chose the hospital I chose. It's a well-known hospital. There was absolutely no reason for this mistake to have happened. Another thing that people have been asking a lot, was I required to do a pre-op liquid diet? I was not. So I don't know if that was part of it. I don't know if I should have anyway. If, you know, something was just in the way. I don't know. So I have a lot of unanswered questions myself, but if you guys want to hear or see more of my incision or hear more of my story and how I feel about it, I would like to become my personal trainer actually told me that I needed to become a public speaker about this situation, because realizing that I could have lost my life because I was so desperate to lose weight, it kind of really makes you think that it's not worth it. So until next time, that's all I got.